Y'all, this is such a heartbreaking tragedy. A teen mom out of South Carolina died on Tuesday, September 24th, after a bird collided with the windshield of her car that she was in. She died after what was described as a very large bird flew into the windshield of the car. This occurred as she was leaving school. She was on her way to get her little girl from the daycare, and she was also with her boyfriend, who is also pictured here at the time. The boyfriend is also the father of the child. They were going to get their little girl. 17-year-old Abigail Grace Callahan was in the vehicle with 18-year-old Thomas Kennedy at the time of the accident. The two of them had reportedly been released early from their high school, which was Belton Hania Path High School. They were released at around 11 a.m. and they were driving on the road when a large bird flew out of a tree from in the woods and collided with their windshield. I read it was possibly a turkey, and yes, they are definitely big. The car reportedly then went off the right side of the road and then overcorrected. It then went over the center line and hit a tree on the left side of the road. That's according to the Anderson County Coroner's Office. The driver was Thomas, and he was taken to a local hospital in critical condition. I did read that he was able to talk to first responders when they arrived on the scene. Reportedly, Abigail was not wearing her seatbelt at the time of the crash, and she was pronounced deceased at the scene, and that was from multiple traumatic injuries. It was said she was pinned to the seat and she was by the tree. Reportedly, Abigail was a junior at the high school and Thomas was a senior. The school reportedly held a prayer vigil for the two of them on Wednesday. The school district is now providing grief counselors for anyone who needs it for school staff and students. The coroner said to local reporters that her dad was grief-stricken, and I can totally imagine. It was also said her 12-year-old sister was at the scene as well. I'm assuming this is after the crash. Abigail and Thomas were reportedly in a relationship together, and they had a 4-month-old baby girl together. Luckily, the baby was not in the vehicle at the time of the crash. This is absolutely heartbreaking, all because of a large bird. That's scary to even think about, and you just never know. My heart and prayers go out to all who knew and loved Abigail, and to Thomas for a full and quick recovery so that he can be the dad that he needs to be to that baby girl, especially now that she won't have her mom. This is so heartbreaking and sad. For more content, don't forget to hit the follow button and to visit my website at www.truecrimewithmegan.com.